Looking at the ceiling of your hospital room, nothing made any sense. From what Dark Shadow told you was that the heroes raided the hideout. Toga and Dabi were caught, and then Tokoyami found you. Before all that happened, you remembered that this time you were told not to fight, only to hide. Sitting up slowly looking at the window, it was cloudy today, the nicest but sad. Tokoyami had went to get something to drink. The nurse had brought you a tray of food. Wanting to go home, that feeling was more stronger than your hunger right now. As you ate your food a little, then Tokoyami went back in your room, closing the door behind him after a moment as you drink your water. While Tokoyami sat in his chair, that's when he spoke. Do you remember anything? Not anything right now, my thoughts are blank. The questions were the same. You knew what was going on, and it's what you expected of a hero. Tomura had told you when you were still a kid that you could never trust heroes. Dabi and Toga also told you that all the heroes were not worthy of the name, and they only cared about the fame. However, to you, Tokoyami had this feeling about him, and it was very opposite of the heroes that you fought with Tomura. In that moment, a police officer came in the room, and then Tokoyami stood up from his seat as the officer handed a bag to Tokoyami. The bag you requested, is there anything else you needed? Are the other two still in lockdown like we discussed? Yes, they are, sir, but what about them? As the officer looked over at you, what Tokoyami said wasn't what you thought he would say. To be more honest, you wanted to be with Dabi and Toga because the League was your family. From how things look now, you would be staying with Tokoyami till they found Tomura in the hideout. The thought of the heroes tearing apart the only family or home you had known, that was not going to happen. The bag Tokoyami had in his hand was yours, and if it was the bag you thought it was, then you could call Kurogiri or Tomura. That night you woke up a little past midnight, then checked your bag for your cell phone. At the bottom of the bag was a secret compartment with a fingerprint scan lock. And when you had your cell phone, that's when you got out of bed, quietly walking to the door, then closing it behind you, looking both ways in the hall, making sure that it was clear. Walking on the tile floor was really colder than what you were used to, but you found an empty room. Praying silently that the phone would turn on was making you nervous, and it turned on. Quickly dialing a number and waiting for an answer. Please, Kurogiri or Tomura, answer, please. Then the person who answered almost made you cry tears of happiness, but now was not the time. The person on the phone was Toga. Took you long enough to call us, kid. I'm sorry, Toga, they had me in a room and I was being watched by a hero. Before Toga could say anything, the next voice you heard made you smile. The heroes didn't hurt you, did they? Where are you anyway? We can't find you in the city. They didn't, Dabi, and I don't know where I am. Hearing a glass break over the phone, it was clear that they were all on edge. The last words you heard made you have hope. Villains always find each other. Remember that, little one. Alright, I hope everyone enjoyed and look forward to this next part. Have a good night, everyone.